When Mike Holston was a kid, he used to watch a show called Kimba The White Lion. As a child, he always dreamed of either owning or working with a white lion, and he never stopped dreaming until he actually got his wish as a zookeeper in Miami, Florida, where he gets to show this white lion some love. Maybe the reason he calls himself Tarzan is because he has a chimp like Tarzan did in the movies. In the classic Tarzan films, the character had a chimp named Cheetah. Looks like Holston has his own cheetah in this chimp, and the two love to goof off. Holston even calls the chimp his little nephew. Aw, isn't that cute? Holston has a soft spot for exotic reptiles too, like this Panther Chameleon from Madagascar. A male Panther Chameleon can measure up to 20 inches long, while the female is half that size. And unlike the female, the male counterparts have brighter colors of blue, red, green, yellow, and orange, versus the female, which only offers old tan and a bit of pink or orange. For Holston, getting to work with animals like this chimpanzee is a blessing in disguise. He considers that a greater power has placed these animals in his care so that he could love them and look after them for the rest of his days. And clearly, the animals are happy to have such an awesome human caretaker. When it comes to monkeys, Holston loves them all, regardless of what species they are. Take this marmoset primate, for example, whose head appears bigger than his body. It's so cute, especially when it's making funny faces like this one, that make you wonder what he saw that shocked him so much. Holston loves being surrounded by baby tigers. He's so comfortable with these cubs, even though he's outnumbered 5-1. He doesn't even mind that 2 of them seem to be nomming on his sneakers. Hopefully the sneakers aren't the appetizer for these toothy cubs. When in the world have you ever seen a fox with pointy ears as humongous as these are? My, Mr. Fox, what big ears you have! This is actually one of Holston's favorite animals, a fennec fox, which is a small nocturnal animal found in North Africa's Sahara. The big ears help the fox overcome the intense heat. Holston doesn't mind hanging around with creatures like this sloth, for instance, who's super cute. Sloths love hanging upside down in the trees, and they're particularly fond of the tropical rainforests in Central and South America. But they also don't mind hanging out at zoos with an equally adorable guy like Holston. Holston often goes to the ZWF to hold a spotty and heart-melting baby jaguar that's amazing. The ZWF is the Zoological Wildlife Foundation, which raises awareness for wildlife conservation. It also holds rare species born in captivity and cares for them, which parallels Holston's mission to look after animals, endangered or otherwise. You might hear a lot of rap songs in some of his videos on YouTube, but Holston doesn't wear chains. Instead of gold chains around his neck, Holston prefers to have 2 or 3 snakes wrapped around his shoulders. It takes a lot of guts, and he reminds us of his idol, the late Steve Irwin, who also loved animals and was a huge risk taker. As a zookeeper, Holston finds unique and unusual ways to blend in with the rest of the crew. Who needs to buy a hat or a baseball cap when you can just go for a slick, oversized iguana? This takes a lot of dedication, especially when you look at the size of that thing's claws. Holston should have worn goggles. As far as cats go, Jaguars are one of Holston's all-time favorites, and he knows a lot about them. Holston posted on his Instagram that Jaguars once populated the southwestern part of the United States, before settlers came across them and started executing them on sight. Now they're practically extinct in North America and endangered in South America. For Holston, animals like this chimp are like his baby, and he loves them so much. Parting with these creatures at the end of the day can be difficult for him, so when he gets a chance to play Papa or Uncle, he enjoys every moment. No wonder people are going, "Aww," when they look at his Insta pics. When it comes to celebrating this chimp's birthday, Holston goes a little wild with his favorite guy. He calls this chimp his nephew and claims that he's the perfect little human trapped inside a chimp's body. He's also grateful that the chimp has the ability to make everyone he meets happy, including Holston himself. As you can see, just from looking at this little one, you can tell that finger monkeys are super cute. According to Holston, they're adorable, but they require a lot of attention, and when they don't get it, they can get a little fussy. But as long as you keep them happy, they make a sound that's so soothing. Aww. Holston doesn't mind getting a little tongue action while he's at work in his office either. That's a black throat monitor, a real-life and oh-so-carnivorous dragon from Africa. And boy, do we give Holston credit for swapping spit with this humongous creature who can grow up to 6 feet and weigh over 80 pounds. For Holston, showing people how amazing animals can be when properly treated is his main goal. Aside from living fearlessly, he also teaches people how easy it is to show animals some TLC. He also likes to poke fun by imitating the baby croc's stoic facial expression for his jaw-defying selfie inside a classroom. This baby cougar, which Holston calls Swaggy P, has absolutely gorgeous eyes and a face to match. If Holston has proven anything, it's that animals, especially a baby cougar like this one, can be very docile and fun to be around. They also don't mind taking selfies with humans, as long as they've known each other for a while, right? And he believes that, like everything else in life, if you show kindness and love, you get some of that back.